Welcome. How's everybody out there doing this evening? My name is Lee Black, and I'm the host of Real Talk for Real Men, and we call it Real Talk for short. This is our Saturdays edition, so welcome to a new month. We are inside of June, and I'm welcoming everybody. Hopefully, as the old month phased out, and this is a new month, hopefully you're off to a great start. It's rent time, folks. In case you don't know, pay them bills. Having said that, welcome. If this is your first time joining us here on Real Talk, we're live every Wednesday and Saturday. And our Saturday shows tend to be more lighthearted, where we kind of just loosen up a little bit. Well, we talk about things that have a little fun, just a way to connect, because we know on Saturdays, people are busy doing their thing, relaxing family. And so a lot of my viewers, they actually watch after the fact. So what I'm asking for my viewers, though, to watching, whether you're watching it live or now, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube under Real Talk for Real Men, but you can also find me under the banner of TFG Ratchet and Uncut. So check us out. Lots of shows, lots of great content, and I'm your host. And so, hopefully if you've been riding with me, I hope you continue to do so. So again, we're live today. Let me bring in my partner from Texas. This is Mr. Kenny. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on? My brother from another mother. It's
yes,
all
sir.
Good in the Lone Star State.
Yes, sir. Well, that's all right, my brother. So I'm glad to have you. I appreciate you popping in. Look, anytime I have one guest, then I'm going to do the show. It is what it is. Right. I know it's a Saturday. We're heading into the dog days of summer. People got shit to do. But when I see my brother, we're going to make it do what it do.
Hey, quiet as kept. I ain't going to say this too loud. I don't never have a goddamn thing to do on the weekends. I'm sitting right here in front of my laptop looking for sports, and I ain't doing a damn thing. So this is my relief.
Well, you know what, then, my brother? This is where we truly are that connected Capricorns, brother from another. I'm at this stage in my life, my brother. This is me too. Literally, I run my errands early enough to try to get in, to be relaxed and be at home. Them streets ain't got shit for me. Been there, done that. I love being at home. I live for this. I try to give everything I think I can muster to have around me so I can enjoy being home. This is where I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you, brother. It is what it is.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about some things today. So the topic of today's show, folks, is called Taste the Rainbow. Taste the Rainbow. Now, you can imagine. Look, in case you don't know, this is Black Pride Month. June is Black Pride Month. So in honor of the LGBTQ plus community, I wanted to do a show to honor my queer, gay, whatever term you want to call it, brethren and sisters. Lord knows I talk about you guys enough, and sometimes that could come across as negative, but believe it or not, if I'm talking about you, that's love and respect, because I don't spare anybody. I see everybody as equals, and believe it or not, I have some great friends who identify as gay or whatever. I personally subscribe to the notion, me personally, that there's no such thing as gay and straight. I think behind closed doors, people like what they like when they like it. And so I'm not God. I'm not here to judge. And this is not even going to be a show debating any of that. Like I told you, we're going to have some fun today. So I called the show Taste the Rainbow because guess what I want to talk about today, Brother Kenny?
Uh-oh. What we talking about, brother?
Movies.
Oh,
movies.
Where is the movie people? Where is Tasha?
Absolutely.
So
that you say that. Though. So again, I'm hoping I get some of my other family pop in, my sister and Hannah and Bert, they're regulars. And you probably noticed I went on and started without the show. without introducing my co-host, because we do have a bit of sad news that I want to share with
Oh,
everybody. Yesterday at 9 p.m., her grandmother passed.
oh my! I hate to hear that.
Yesterday,
Okay.
right as I was getting off work, and I called to check on her. Literally 6 weeks ago, her grandmother decided to stop treatment. She's been going through some health issues, and I've had this conversation today concerning my own mom. Sometimes people get tired,
Yeah.
tired of being tired.
Right.
Tired of
Right.
being in pain.
Yes,
You
I
know,
agree with that. Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
So what I
Hmm.
try to tell Tasha, and if you're watching, sweetheart, we miss you, we love you. You
Love you, Tasha.
years, but I wanted to share with you guys what I said to her. Her grandmother's not in pain anymore. Every weekend, McMack has been going out to visit her grandmother, and it's taken such a toll on her. People, you don't mean a lot of people have not, maybe not know, but I'm behind the scenes. That's my best friend, and it's taken such a toll on her every single weekend to have to be propped up to go out there to see someone dying.
Man, let me tell you, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but I can relate to. I can really understand what Tasha's going through, and all I'm gonna say is, love you, Tasha. My prayers go out to you and your family during this most difficult time. Peace be upon your grandmother. I'm sure she lived a long and prosperous, fruitful life, and I also pray that peace be with Tasha and her family in due time.
Thank you so much, brother. And again, I couldn't be doing the show with anybody better but you, because I know you understand and we've talked about certain things. But anyway,
Hmm.
we're going to go on with the show. As we all know, life goes on. And
Hmm.
I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I mean that in the sense that we have to get up. We have to
Right.
put one foot in front of the other. We have to keep going. That's who we are. That's how we're made. And so we're going to do this one. This show is in honor of Tasha. You're in our prayers. But we're going to talk about movies, and we're going to talk about movies that honor the LGBTQ community. And so, as I was looking through the list of movies that either outright fall into that category or have themes that fall into that category, I was so impressed by movies that we probably hadn't even thought about as being falling into that category. Did you know that Dog Day Afternoon is on the when you look up the list of the top LGBTQ movies? Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, the famous movie where he was robbing a bank. Did anybody know that that falls under that category?
I would have never guessed that. I
What
wouldn't.
about the
I would never guess that.
in a million
Wow.
years?
Mm-mm.
What about The Color Purple?
Well, I damn sure wouldn't have. But I can. Well, there was a scene with what's with Celie and what was
Miss
the
Shug, Miss
Miss
Shug.
Shug. I mean, that was really the only scene that I remember. But I
And
wouldn't have thought that either. But okay.
And so what's crazy about it, that's what I want to talk about this. And the fact that it's you and I, we'll have a chance to really get into it. Do you know if you read the book, it leans a lot more heavily on the real centering story is around Celie finding love with Suge. They actually had a love
Oh,
affair
okay. I think
when
I
they
remember
adapt.
reading that.
Yes,
Okay. I hadn't
yes.
read the book, but I think I remember seeing someone talk about that. Okay.
If you go
Gotcha.
back and do the studies behind it, when they was turning the book into an adaptation for movies, there was a thing where they had to decide how much they were going to
So,
show.
right.
And I think they made the wise decision at
I think
that
so too.
time
I think so
to
too.
infer, but not show it directly,
Yeah.
because I think it would have
Take it.
turned off a lot of people from going to see it. Because if you think about when that movie came out some 30 years ago,
Right.
they're literally celebrating their 30th anniversary now. We as a country, as a people, and certainly as African Americans, we were not as open-minded
Right.
to the idea of homosexuality, fluid sexuality as we are now.
Especially on the big screen like
On
that.
the
We definitely
Absolutely,
wasn't
it
ready
would
for
it
that.
would have not have gone over well.
Yeah.
But for those of you that don't know, The Color Purple, if you read the actual book, even from beginning parts of it, it really delves a lot deeper into that Celie only truly felt love. Where she discovered love was with a woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they inferred it in the
in the
movie.
movie,
If you
right?
think about the movie, even with
Yes.
Suge, where she
Yes.
says she brushed it out of her hair,
Yeah.
those scenes
Yeah.
that they talked about,
Mm-hmm.
that was where. And so for the LGBTQ community, they embraced the color purple as one of their own.
I wouldn't have never guessed that one.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have guessed that one either. Real talk.
Absolutely. And so we're
Okay.
gonna show some trailers for some of these movies, just to kind of open up the door to give it a little bit of a reminder of what they were about. And I myself consider myself a real movie buff.
Oh,
You
you
know,
definitely are. I know you
I
are.
love movies.
Yeah.
One of my hobbies at one time, a lot of people don't know, is when in the era of VCRs, and we used to have when you had video stores, Blockbuster, and
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood movies.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go each and every week, and I would get blank tapes from Walmart or Target. You know, they would come 6 in a pack.
Right.
And I would record, I would rent movies from Hollywood Video or Blockbuster,
Right.
and I recorded my own movies, and I kept a library.
I can only imagine how big your damn library was.
Do you
or
know I
is.
had it all cataloged, and for years I moved all of my VHS tapes around with me. I had amassed a library of well over 12,000 movies.
What? Are you serious?
I had a library at one time of 12. If you name it, if I pretty much had it on tape. And I used to loan movies out to friends like a video store.
Right.
Literally, if somebody, I had friends back in Memphis, if they wanted to see a movie, I could loan you tape number 463 and look in my catalog and see, okay, that's got, The Godfather 1, 2, and 3 on there. And I would check that off. Each tape had 3 to 4 movies on there. I had invested so much time in this as a hobby. It took years.
I bet. Obviously
Years.
12,000. So do you have any of those movies left? VHS.
Wow.
Tapes?
When I moved here to Atlanta, I made the conscious decision to destroy the bulk of my movies, since I literally still own a VCR.
Mm-hmm.
And I did keep a few movies. The ones I kept are worth money. I used to be a manager at Toys R Us, and so I have all of the Disney movies on VHS and on DVD.
That's crazy.
Some are sealed and have never been opened.
That is
and if
crazy.
you go out there and do a search, they're worth some money.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
For that reason, and I kept a few tapes here and there. You know, the other reason I kept some tapes, kept a few tapes, for those who know me. Once upon a time, when I was out there in my freakum stage, I went through my video recording period where I got a lot of freak shit that I've done. So when I pass on, somebody's gonna be able to pull up some tapes one day and see me doing my thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Did you have like an adult porno section as well?
I have my own private porn stack of shit that I've done when I used to hunt them streets like a serial killer and bring strange women home. I had a room set up with a video recorder. So I haven't looked at this stuff in 30 years. I recorded one time. I had a young lady. There was nothing wrong with the lady. I recorded this session because the baby was in bed with us, and the baby didn't have any arms and legs. The girl was normal, but the baby, the baby was healthy, except it didn't have any arms and legs. And I just thought it was fascinating to create a sex scene with a baby in the bed.
Man, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Look, folks, at that time, I was on one, as they say. I was on one back then. No joke.
Man, you are crazy, bro.
No bullshit. So yeah, I gotta. When I die, whoever just come in my apartment, confiscate those tapes and don't let them do me harm.
Oh man, bro, I'm almost in tears.
I gotta tell you.
Okay.
I was on one back then. The real estate insider says
What's
what?
up, real estate insider?
What's
Yeah,
going on,
man.
Mr. TFG himself?
What's up, brother? He
Yes,
on
sir.
one. He on one real estate insider. He on one.
Yes, sir. And we took a little slight detour, but let's bring it on back. This show is called Taste the Rainbow, and I wanted to honor the LGBTQ community in honor of this being Gay Pride Month, you know. And I wanted to show them some love, and I wanted to talk about movies. We're heading into this time of year where basketball's about to be over,
Right.
hockey's over, baseball is here. So I'm not really a big baseball player. So a lot of the shows are going on hiatus. We got to wait for the fall before a lot of the series come back. So we're going to get into movies. So I wanted to recommend some movies to, in honor of the LGBTQ. I have to keep looking at all the letters. Sorry, folks. But, and that I think are genuinely good movies. So for those out there who are looking for good movies, I'm going to make some recommendations. And my recommendations are primarily going to cover movies dealing with African Americans. Look, we all know that Brokeback Mountain, won awards. If you've never seen it, but again, it's about white people, and no disrespect, but I'm going to talk to my people here. The Birdcage. I don't know if you've ever heard of that or seen that.
Yeah,
It's
got
Robin Williams. Another great movie. Rocket Man was the true story, the biopic on Elton John. Never seen it. Never really had any interest in watching it because I'm not a fan of Elton John. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not a. He's cool. I mean, Benny and the Jets is one of my favorite joints by him.
Okay.
But outside of that, I'm with
and
you.
I like the one the song he made when Prince Lady Diana died, So again, certain songs, but I was never interested enough to see the movie behind what made him Elton John. Now, if you want to make a real movie about welcome, these little fucking fruit flies killing me. What's going on, my brother?
We got them too, bro. I guess
I hate these fucking fruit flies.
Yeah, what's
up, going on, Bert? How you doing, my brother?
What's up, brother?
I'm chilling. How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing all right. Welcome. Perfect time. We're talking about the topic of the show is Taste the Rainbow, and I'm gonna be highlighting some movies that honor the gay community, the LGBTQ community. So we were just kind of talking about movies. And again, we were just saying that how some of the movies, they deal with more or less white culture, the Rocket Man, Bird Cage, Brokeback Mountain. But I want to talk about movies that, show us, the bros, And so some of the TV series that come to mind, did you guys ever watch Empire?
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of the first season, but that was it. I wasn't really into it like that.
Okay. Oh, welcome, sis. What's going on?
Hey,
what
everybody.
Hey, what up, Sherry?
What's up, sis? So, yeah, sis, we're the show is called Taste the Rainbow. We're going to be highlighting movies and TV series that honor Black Pride Month, the LGBT community. So, I was mentioning Empire. I was a true and avid fan of Empire, and I truly hate what happened with Jussie Smollett, and how it ruined the show. The Real Estate Insider said was one of his favorite shows. Mine too. At one point, that was must-see TV.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
At one point, literally, the original songs. I mean, they had created these characters that I thought was just fascinating. Now, of course, the scenes with Jussie Smollett's character being gay and coming out in this family, that end up taking over the show it turned a lot of people off because they became more explicit in showing the scenes. And for some people, they lost a lot of viewers. In case you don't know, the creator behind it, what was his name? The producer?
You had to say that.
What's his name?
Is it Lee Daniels?
Lee Daniels.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
Lee Daniels was the creative brainchild behind it. And obviously, he is a proud, open, out gay male. Right. And so that's what took on. But Empire was a great, great series. But I want to show, if you pull up the list, I'm going to show a clip here. Do you know, if you pull up any list right now of the top movies of the LGBTQ community, gay movies, do you know what's always at the number one, the top movie, the number one of all the movies that's ever been made?
The top movie.
Moonlight.
Ooh.
Oh.
Moonlight.
Have you guys seen Moonlight?
No, I haven't.
Wow.
Heard of it,
I'm
but
going to
what
show you a
is it?
trailer, and then we're going to discuss it. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to show a trailer of Moonlight, okay? And I've seen it. In fact, literally today, when I woke up, it just happened to be on, and it was towards the end. The ending scene stops me in my tracks every single time, and I'm almost in tears.
Is that Mahershala in them?
Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
Mahershala Ali is
Oh,
in
I
there.
remember
I
that,
never
but I
seen
never
it.
saw the movie. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Do yourself a favor. If you ever get a chance, you want to see a good movie, look at Moonlight. Make it full screen, and this is a preview of a trailer of the movie.
What you looking at me like that for? What, man? Come on, you just drove down here? Yeah. Who is you, Sharon? For a long time, try not to remember. Try to forget all those times. At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
You gonna tell him why the other boys kick his ass all the time? What's wrong?
I'm good.
No, I done seen good, and you ain't it.
Remember the last time I saw you?
You're my only. I'm your only. No. You gonna listen.
To who, Ma? Huh? To you? Who is you, man? I ain't seen you in like a decade. It's not what I expected. What did you expect?
Folks,
I remember that now. I remember that trailer. Okay. Wow.
folks, I promise you, that movie is Oscar winning. The Real Estate Inside said it's an Oscar winning film, black produced, written, and directed.
It won an Oscar, right?
I'm sorry.
Did it win an Oscar?
Yeah,
Yes,
it did. Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, it doesn't disappoint. I will say this to people: if you can get past any bit of homophobia, look, there are going to be some scenes in there that might make you a little uncomfortable if you classify yourself as, a heterosexual male. What's going on, Miss Shafana? How you doing,
Hey,
sweetheart?
Shahana. Yeah, I'm definitely heterosexual male, but I can put that to the side and
Beautiful.
look at a film for what it's worth. Just from the trailer, it looks like is this him struggling with an identity? Is that kind of the basis of what this is called moonlighting? Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Jenny P from Memphis.
Hey,
What's going
what's up,
on, baby
Jenny?
girl?
Okay.
The movie's told in 4 parts.
Okay.
And the central character is Sharon. And without giving anything away, because I think this is a movie that should be on everybody's list. Even if you take away the theme of it, the movie is so powerful on so many levels because it delves into a relationship of a mother and a son, and a mother who's addicted to drugs. And it's told in 4 parts what this kid goes through. And the title of it, Moonlight, I don't want to give away the connection of what that means. And I even told you just this morning, every time I'm flicking my TV and I come across that movie, and I just happened to be flicking as I was getting ready to run my errands, and it was on the end, the act 4, I sat there literally on the edge of my bed, watched the entire fourth act, and it almost has me in tears. The acting is so powerful, and the story it intertwines so many things that we deal with in the African American community, especially when it comes to areas of homophobia, family, addiction, and things like that. It's just absolutely brilliant, folks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I remember when that came out. I just didn't ever have any interest in checking it out. But man, okay, I get it now. All right.
Do yourself a favor. If you ever just want to sit down and have some time to watch a good movie, and again, I'll even share this with you. It's not littered throughout with guys doing this, that, and the other. In fact, it's handled so brilliantly and so delicately, it deserved that award. It deserved the best movie of the year. It absolutely deserved it. It's mesmerizing. Absolutely mesmerizing. And it deserves to be at the top of everybody's list.
So brilliant. that's at the top of the list of our LGBT.
They consider this their number one movie.
Number one movie. Okay.
And obviously because it actually won an Oscar, but even the content, when you take, if they smartly rate it that way, because if they had to take a movie to represent their genre, this really would be it. This is the one movie that I don't care who you are, even though it's black people, white, anybody, what, you can't deny how powerful the movie is. And it's smartly at the top of their list because it is everything. The movie is just everything. And this is Mahershala Ali, his acting, obviously, and you saw the little guy that played the little boy in there. It's just brilliant. And it's just, again, if I was a critic, in one word, it's mesmerizing.
Okay.
Gotcha. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I would absolutely recommend that, no doubt about it. On the heels of that, this is the hot summer. So look, if you haven't already looked into this, look, I've been talking about this one for a while. P-Valley.
Yeah, you have.
Do yourself a favor if you want to watch something funny. It's got everything in there. Hannah says, I saw it on HBO Max last night, was thinking about watching it. Do yourself a favor. You won't regret it. You won't regret watching Moonlight. But P-Valley, let's jump over to P-Valley. I'm looking for a trailer from season 1 so that to get you just interested in it, just in general. It has some characters in here that just jump off the screen and just everything. I'm going to play a trailer from season 1. So this is assuming you've never seen P-Valley ever before.
I haven't.
And so I want to play this trailer for you guys so that, and I want you to give me your honest opinion about whether or not would this grab your attention. Okay?
Gotcha.
I want to know, would it grab your attention? And then we'll talk about some of the things that happen in P-Valley.
Gotcha.
And so it's 3 seasons. So here is, I want to make it big again. So this is P-Valley, and this is, if you've never seen it, what would this trailer speak to you?
My club got everything that a man needs. What's your name?
Autumn Night.
You got potential, but you ain't ready yet.
If it's one thing I know how to sell, it's the experience.
I need you to break her hand.
Who better to learn from than an OG like me?
Mercedes last dance. I'm gonna take over your Sunday night set.
You know how fellas go crazy for the new girls? Once upon a time, I took a wrong turn.
I've been up and down this river looking for you.
I got the heart of a lion. I got no love for the ones on the feet.
Life is just a long day's journey into tomorrow.
I won't go hard till they lock me away.
You just gotta make it through the long, dark nights.
Folks,
Mm.
what do you think of that trailer?
For me, it grabs you. It has a little bit of everything, and some of it, to tell you the truth, some of it's a little relatability to it as well. But they got the people, they got the lookers on there. It's like they just have a little bit of everything sprinkled into your liking.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And yes, I watched the show.
All right. That's what's up. So, man, sis, what does that trailer say to you as a woman?
She's not around the top. Oh, damn.
Tony, your bumper rascal, come upon the show.
Yes, the
I seen P Valley, so it is a good show, but it tells you a lot about Southern people in the South and some of their struggles and what they got to go through and things they've been through.
Absolutely. And so I know you've never seen it, Kenny. For you, just watching it for the first time, seeing that, would it be something that would grab you enough to say, hey, I want to see what that's about?
It definitely, that trailer definitely grabbed me. It put me in the Players Club mode, the movie Players Club. It kind of had a little bit of similarities to that in my opinion. And obviously the strip club vibe would definitely caught my attention. And the storyline with the young sister seemed like that she was battling something. So it definitely seems like there's a storyline there that definitely had me raise my eyebrows and definitely piqued my interest.
You nailed it on so many levels. This show, I think, single-handedly did more for the LGBT community than any show that's been out in the last 5 years.
And you know what's funny though, Black? I didn't even pay attention. I'm assuming that was a I don't know. I don't want to say transgender. I don't know. With the blonde wig,
right?
Was that a man or
it's a flat out man. That's Uncle Cliff.
That's Uncle Cliff. I knew it was a man, but that it didn't bother me. I was more drawn to.
I'm glad you said
that woman was dealing with, and
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
because the reason why I made that bold statement was the character of Uncle Cliff. When he comes on screen, he's a guy. But I promise you, it's about so much more than that. Am I right, Bert? This show is so much bigger than that in so many ways. And the reason why I said I think it did more for the LGBT, because African Americans in general, we're the last ones holding on to those vestiges of homophobia. Even though we know it exists in our community, we're the only culture and ethnic group that still have terms like DL.
Right.
Other cultures, other countries, they're more open. But what they did to me for the LGBT community is they blew the doors off they broke the glass ceiling and opened it up to where you couldn't deny that it was a good show. And that you found yourself, even if you didn't want to, laughing at Uncle Cliff. And ultimately, over a period of time, just accepting he is who he is, and then he's just another character. It's no different than if you was watching Eddie Murphy play multiple characters, but they introduced the world of strip clubs and homosexuality in a way that was more real than I think I've ever seen it depicted on TV. Anybody want to speak?
Hey, Black, and you know what? It actually made you uncomfortable quick. But it just could have just put it right there in your face, like, this is what it is.
Bam.
It was like, if you're uncomfortable, then you're uncomfortable, but this is what it is. There was
Absolutely.
some scenes I was just like, oh, but it's just
Right.
like, all
Right.
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 The show was so good. It's like, okay, I gotta get past this because I'm gonna be hypocritical if it was the other gender. I wouldn't be saying that.
And I will tell you guys this. I spent 15 years in Memphis. It is the spot on depiction of Memphis culture. It's in a fictional Mississippi town. Now, if you know anything about Memphis,
Mm.
Memphis and Mississippi is tied to the hip, literally by a state line.
Right.
And so I literally, if people right now watching my show who might live in South Haven, Mississippi, it's really Memphis. You know, that's where you cross the state line, they cross the state line. And when I lived there during the years when I was really out there doing my thing, when I was at the height of my powers, when I was a motherfucking god. I tell you what, Memphis had the best strip clubs, in my opinion, in the whole fucking country. I used to brag that Magic City here in Atlanta, they ain't got shit on Pure Passion. New York, Sherry can speak to this. Family members who have come to visit from New York who used to come down south, and you take them to the down south, we call it the Shake Junt. You take them to the Shake Junt.
Yeah.
Over, because this is the closest depiction of what it's really like. And that's in his club, and the music. Speak on it, Sherry and Brother Bert. The original songs, and it tells the story of this up and coming rapper, and you watch his transformation into a superstar. So you get to kind of see how a young Dolph starts out, how a young Jeezy starts out. Am I wrong?
No,
You ain't wrong. You ain't
it
wrong.
was a
You're
good
right.
good show.
You know,
Everything about it, man. That's what I was saying. Everything about that show, man. It's just like it's spot on. You know, you got characters that you love. You got the characters that you hate. You got characters
Yep.
that you on the fence with, like I don't know
Yep.
about this, but it keeps you. It always draws you back. They do a good mix. I'm not sure who's the director or who produces it. But they did a
Right.
great job. I can't wait
You
for
know
it to
what?
come back. Is it coming back?
Well, we hope. You know how they fuck up
Yeah.
shows on Stars, which is why
Yeah.
50 Cent left. You know, because
True.
right now they have a writers strike going on, and even some of the best shows on Power, they're not supposed to come back to September. So they fucking us with how they do the shows. But it would be an awful shame if they don't bring this back. And the last I'm gonna touch on, the guy who plays Little Murder, that man needs his Emmy.
That's true.
This is a
I
straight
agree.
actor with a beautiful wife playing a gay.
Oh, he's married?
Oh my, and a bad motherfucker. He got a badass wife, and his wife is ride or die. She's been with him when he first started acting, and he was nothing. She's the brains behind his talent.
Okay.
And what Little Murder does, again, what he does for the LGBT community, he blows the doors off of what we look at as gay, because he is Little Murder. He is Young Dolph. He is Young Jeezy. He's those guys. And to find out, I don't know if you ever watched The Wire back in the day when it first came on, and you found out that the guy that was robbing the drug dealers, and the first time you saw that he was gay, it blew you away like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That he was the most feared person on the show and he was gay. Well, Little Murder does that. That you can't deny his charisma, his talent, his swag, and I'll be damned if he is. And then you see his backstory in that last season. There were multiple episodes that I actually cried. The acting was that good.
It was really good. The character development was awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now is this an ongoing series?
It's an ongoing series.
Oh, okay.
So this is why I'm presenting this, because if in these dog days of summer and you find yourself bored, you got an entire 2 seasons to jump into, where you can now ain't got to fuck with commercials, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't wait to see the next episode.
So it's going into its third. It's going into its third season.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay.
And you know how sometimes seasons get weaker? Where he left us at, we're like, yo. Go ahead, Bert.
Hey, Black, it wasn't even seasons. It's episodes. Each episode, it just got stronger. Seriously, it really got stronger each episode.
Every episode. He's right. An episode would end and you would sit there. Sherry, we would call each other, right, sis?
Mm-hmm.
After an episode, me, Sherry, and Cherish will call and discuss what just happened. It is that good. P-Valley is that good. It does more, in my opinion, for the LGBT community than any show has done in the last 5 years. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I want to show you guys another one. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was saying, but you know, my beauty parlor, a lot of my workers was of the LGBTQ community, so I was used to it. You understand?
Yeah. Cherry used to own a barber beauty shop.
Okay.
And yeah, so you know, she had a host of characters in that motherfucker.
Oh, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, I can. So yeah, that was very interesting to watch them do their thing. So absolutely, you guys. Anytime we think about homosexuality, we always look at it from what jumps out is the prism, looking at it from the prism of men. We always think about men, but I want to recommend a movie that it shows it from the perspective of women, a coming of age story about lesbianism from the Black female perspective of the inner city. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. I watched this and I caught this by accident one time, and I was mesmerized. Ended up watching the entire movie, and it's also on the list on LGBTQ's list of within their top 50 movies. This is one of them as well. It's a movie called Pariah, made in 2011. So check out this trailer, guys.
Heartbreak opens onto the sunrise, for even breaking is opening. And I am broken. I'm open. See the love shine in through my cracks. See the light shine out through me. My spirit takes journey, my spirit takes flight, and I'm not running. I am choosing.
I know for homecoming that I want to go with Craig.
And who are you going to go with, Lee?
I'm not going.
What do you mean you're not going?
If she doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go.
Got to keep doing my thing. I got to keep doing my thing.
For some reason, Lee just doesn't like anything I pick out for her anymore.
You look beautiful, baby.
This isn't me.
There's this new women's club up there by the liquor store. You haven't heard anything about it, right?
I've never even heard of it.
What if, say, somebody liked you? What if the person is kind of like a friend, but you know they like you more than that?
I told you, I talked to Alike. Everything's fine.
Did you ask her?
No, because I don't have to.
You don't want to face the facts.
No, damn it, that's not true. Look, when your daughter is turning into a damn man right in front of your eyes, and you can't say it.
I am broken. I am broken open. Breaking is freeing. Broken is freedom. I am not broken. I'm free.
I got to keep doing my thing. I got to keep.
What do you guys think? What does that say to you?
From that trailer, it showed the struggle that the parents are having dealing with their daughter is trying to come to grips with her sexuality, and it shows how Black parents they tend to try to make it about them and not really thinking about their child, what they really are, because they who does children want to get the approval of who first? Their parents. So when that serious decision is in their mind, they are feel scared, especially when it comes to their fathers, most likely, because most likely the man is going to have more of a problem with it than the mother. So from that trailer, that seemed to be the storyline in my opinion.
You getting a lot of it there. Sis, you want to speak on this? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, sis. I had you muted because of the back feed. Sis?
Yeah, it seemed like it would have been a good movie. I will want to watch that. But it do seem like.
Go ahead.
No, it just seems like Kenny said, with going through things with the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, sis. This is why I encourage people to watch this one, and why I think this is another great representation for the LGBT community, because where we normally tend to think of themes dealing with homosexuality, the focus is only on the individual. And yes, this is kind of a coming of age story, but you guys are spot on. It tells a story of how it affects a family. An African American normalized whatever that considers to be a normal family. And this is a family that also where the marriage has its own issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you get to see the dynamics that play out and what the effect that has on children in general. We know what it's, all of us in general, I think, even if it haven't happened to us personally, we have friends, we know what it looks like to grow up in these broken homes.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So everybody's starting their head, because we, as African Americans, that's the backbone of our strength right there, is that most of us have come from broken homes in one way or another. You got Southerners who moved to the North to raise their kids for a better life. Me and Sherry was raised in a household, it's 11 of us and no father figure. Brother Kenny, you and your brother, your mom being the hierarchy in that, arrangement. What I know about Brother Bert, grow up in an environment of Philly and all of that entails. We know what broken homes look like in the struggle. And so to see this play out, to watch a young girl trying to find herself and the struggle between these two parents and how they step in and want to impact who she becomes. And I don't want to give too much away from it, but it tells a story about lesbianism in a different way than we're normally accustomed to
seeing it. Gotcha.
And that's what I really appreciated about it. And it kept me watching, that it didn't take the normal paths. You got to see some genuine actor. And oh my God, Kim Wayans.
I thought that was Kim Wayans. Was that her? I was like,
Kim Wayans.
Okay.
Who knew? Her thing, huh? Who knew she could act?
Yeah, dramatically. Anyway, we just look at her as a comedic. We look at her as a comedic actress. I've never looked at her as dramatic. Yeah.
Like, wow. And that was my thing. Like, because I kept thinking at some point I was waiting for her to break out until but then I was like, oh wow, like she's carrying this for real.
Mm-hmm.
And her background, the Wayans family, is very similar to my own. I forget. I think it's like 11 of them too.
It is 11 of them. It's either 10 or 11.
10 or 11 of them, like our family, Sherry, and they were raised as Jehovah's Witnesses. And Sherry and I, we got introduced to Jehovah's Witnesses when we were 12 years old, and so there's a lot of dynamics to that. And so to see her have this breakout role, it was absolutely beautiful. So that is another one I would recommend to folks, And I got one more that I'm gonna show, but I want to give a couple of honorable mentions here. These are some old movies that I think did the LGBT community proud. If you've never seen the series Orange is the New Black, I don't know how many seasons. The last season was the only one that was a little bit of a disappointment. Literally every other, I think it's like 8 seasons.
It's like 8 or 9, I want to say.
Yeah. Every season was better than last, and then they got to season 8 and they kind of, I guess they had to wrap it up a little bit. It's still good, but I wanted it to end high. But Orange is the New Black. How many of you have ever seen the movie with Wesley Snipes, John Leguizamo, and Patrick Swayze?
What's the name of it? That's
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks
Fu.
for everything,
Yeah.
Julie Newmar.
Hey, and what's his Ving Rhames is in that as well, right?
Is Ving Rhames in that one?
Yeah, it's Ving Rhames.
I don't know if he's in that one because he has one himself. Ving Rhames has a standout. Ving Rhames has a separate standout one where he's caring for a child, and I can't think of the name of that. Brilliant movie. Ving Rhames, brilliant. But this one with Wesley Snipes is a comedy, and I promise you, if you ever just want to sit and watch a movie and just something lighthearted and fun, it is one of the best comedy. It's so fun to watch. It's called Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Yeah,
it's got Patrick Swayze, John Leguizamo, and Wesley Snipes in drag. It's hilarious. The shit is so good. But I wanted to end on the strongest possible note. I always throw a lot of negativity the way of the Wade family. Dwayne Wade, for the record, you were one of my favorite NBA players of all time. Of all time, my brother. What you have become in your private life leaves a little bit to, to be desired. But again, you're entitled to make your whatever. Y'all two are just becoming too much like Will and Jada. I know too much goddamn information about your
you're doing
family.
Too much.
And I say that with love.
They doing too much.
Y'all doing too much. If you fuckers want to dress up in boas and dresses and parade around each other, that's fine. Stop telling us what y'all doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I gotta throw a little pride their way. Gabrielle Union is the producer of a movie called The Inspection. And guess what, folks? It debuts tonight on Showtime at 9 p.m. You know where I'm going to be at 9 p.m.?
I already know.
I went out, folks, and I got me some crab legs. I got me some lobster tails. I went out and bought me some. I got the apple cider whiskey.
Okay.
I'm going to shower my fat ass. I'm gonna get everything around me in my king size bed so that I don't have to move. I got me some cherry. I'm gonna have some pineapple. I'm gonna have a little thing of pineapples, a little thing of cherries. I'm gonna have my crab legs, me a lobster tail. I'm gonna have me some ice. I'm gonna have my drink with the cranberry juice. I got the black cherry cranberry juice. I'm taking myself on a movie date tonight.
I know that's right.
Sometimes you gotta date yourself. At the top of this show, for Bird and Sherry, y'all might have missed it. Tasha's not here. Friday at 9 p.m., her grandmother passed. So this is a show to honor her. If I know you're watching, Mick Mac, we love you. We miss you.
Love you, Mick Mac.
But we all know life got to go on. And so you know what? Date yourself. We all 6 feet above ground. We got each other. Brother Bert, you got your beautiful wife there, man. You doing better than 90% of us out there.
You got that right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kenny, Sherry, myself, Sherry, you got your husband. For all of y'all arguing and shit, you got somebody. Me and Kenny, we ain't found the right one just yet again, but we got ourselves. Sometimes you have to be good to yourself and date yourself. Close out all of the pressures of the world. I invite you guys to date yourself. Have a movie night, even if you don't do it tonight. But I want to show you a clip. And from what I'm looking at this clip, I think she has hit a home run. This is a movie that I think, from just watching the trailer, is about to do the LGBT community proud. Let me share my screen. It's called The Inspection. And again, we don't think of Gabrielle Union as being a good actress either. But from watching what I can see here, she might be ready to spring back out and do some real shit. Gabby, I like what I see here. This is called The Inspection, and it's coming on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Showtime.
Let's move! Come on! You will tuck it in! Aye, aye, sir! Aye, aye, sir! You've been convicted of a felony. Are you communist? 60, 50, 40, 50. Are you now? Have you ever been?
Oh, that's Bokeem Woodbine.
Oh, sir! I will break you.
Are you in trouble? No, I need my birth certificate. I need you to help me. I'm gonna be a Marine. Marines. No, you ain't scared than two left shoes, and everybody can see it.
And more than 50 had been wounded or injured in this attack, including several American servicemen who were on patrol there.
This is all I have left of the dream I held for you.
Real question is, why do you want to be here?
I want to be a Marine.
That's not good enough.
To be a good Marine means to know thyself and seek self-improvement. That means you, damn it!
Aye, sir!
They kicked you out, didn't they?
My mom, she won't even talk to me. Most of my friends are dead or in jail. If I die in this uniform, I'm a hero to somebody.
Boot camp is supposed to break you down.
Want to go home? If we leave, they win.
Why is this weapon your best friend, recruit?
Because it's the thing that protects the Marine to my left and to my right, sir. I could have left you at any doorstep. I am never giving up on us.
Folks.
That look like that's gonna be good.
Is that the truth?
Yes.
Does that get you? Or does that get you?
Oh, that definitely, yeah. That's relatable to a lot of our African American community, most definitely. Oh man.
Yeah.
And she directed that.
I don't know if I know she's a producer of it, but I don't know. I don't think she directed it.
I don't think she directed. I think she's one of the executive producers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's got Bokeem Woodbine in there, and newer actors, but it something about this. I know look, as I've gotten older, I've become a lot more sentimental. I cry about shit. I'm not ashamed to say that it is what it is.
It is, yeah, me too.
I think because as we age, when you get a little bit of wisdom and time built up in terms of life experiences, things hit you differently. I was telling somebody this the other day. You know how when we all was in our 20s, we all in the same age group in this room right now. You know how when you're in your 20s, you're like Superman. You don't think you're gonna die. You drive 100 miles an hour. You can't imagine getting hurt, slowing down, needing sleep. You know, the shit that you look back on and think, wow, I really did that. And then you get to your 40s and 50s and you start thinking about things that could have cost you and mistakes you've made. You know, and if you had taken the left instead of the right. So when I look at stuff like this, I'm going to speak for me why this hits me so hard. I really have 4 brothers now that are not here. 2 biological and 2 not. My brother Al was closeted. And the thought that he left this earth not being able to be his full self, it hurts.
Right.
That he had to live in the shadow of that. And I had another brother named Ken. I don't use that term lightly. So when I say y'all 2 my brothers, y'all don't know how deep this goes. You know, so I had a friend named Ken, and he left here too quick. He never got to be my best man and see me get married. And it changed my life. And just last year, one of my friends who was a member of the LGBT community, who was my movie buff, the person I called, and we talked to movies, and we argued over the X-Men and the Marvel movies and he stood up for Wonder Woman, and I couldn't stand that bitch. And he would explain to me why she's a real superhero.
Right.
I'm crying a little bit, y'all, but
I hear you,
they
bro.
found him
Cry.
dead
It's all
last
good.
year.
I remember you talking about that.
And I never don't. To this day, I don't have the answers why. So when I see a movie like this is what opens my heart up to embrace everybody and anybody, whoever you are. At the end of the day, you can love whoever you want to love. I don't even have to agree with you because you might not like some of the nasty bitches I drag in.
Right.
But I still love you.
Right.
And so for Al and Paul and Ken,
peace upon them.
Yeah,
peace upon them. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's heavy.
You know, so for me, I gotta watch this. I have no other place I can be tonight. I have to watch this, and I know it's gonna take me to some places, and and then to see the mom she's playing. Whew.
And it's on Showtime. Black, is that
on Showtime?
You need to. I mean, not tonight, but I would love for you to give a review of it.
Okay.
Go, in your own time. Sometime tomorrow, if you decide.
It's
to.
a movie. It's not a series, right? It's a movie.
No, it's an actual movie. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear
thank
your
you,
review
thank you,
of
brother
it.
Ken. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna give my review
because it looks good. It definitely looks good.
Yeah, it
sure.
does.
Because Gabrielle Union hadn't done anything far as acting
right
that I would say that's really been stellar. In what? It's been
right.
a while. It's been a long
while.
time since she's done anything. I can't even think of nothing that she's done any acting in that I would say like, yo, that was a stellar performance.
Right.
Oh, and it's been a while for me. Deliver Us from Evil. To me, that was one of her better performances.
I agree.
That's been years.
Oh my
ago.
God! So I'm glad to see her back acting.
Yeah.
That's where you should be, Gabby.
Right.
Go back to acting, baby. You at one point you was a shining star. You know, go back to that. Get back to that.
She did good on
And I loved it. I loved her in being Mary. I loved her in being Mary Jane too. I liked her in that BET series that she did.
Which again, she
pretty
can
good
act
in that too.
Yeah, she can. You know.
She did good on Bad Boys too. She did good.
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
really did.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she the stuff she's been in has been good. She doesn't make slaw, and that's what I'm saying. And to see her in this role, I can't wait. And that's why I said, folks, tonight this is where I'm gonna be. This is what I'm gonna be watching. I'll turn you guys on. Last thing, in case you're paying high prices, cable prices. I stopped sucking cable titties a long time ago.
Oh, I ain't got no cable. I can't afford that. So
there's a streaming service. The one I'm currently looking at, and I'm getting ready to change over Sunday night to a new streaming service. But I pay basically $60 for 3 months. You have every channel you want.
Oh,
every Showtime, HBO, pay-per-view. I watched all of this. Everything. It's basically, it's like you have like 10,000 channels. Most of the shit you ain't gonna even get to. But if you just so happen to want to watch porn from Japan, you can. I flicked on it a little bit, but the bitch is too skinny for me to even get anything out of it. So and then watching porn in Africa, them smutty black bitches with the titties hanging, they didn't do nothing for me either. So I stick to good old American porn. But I'm just saying, it has everything you want to see. You know, whatever floats your boat, it's on this streaming service. So you know, because I'm not paying those prices, but you get all the pay-per-view channels.
Oh, man.
You get everything.
Oh Lord, have mercy. You off the chain.
So, anyway, I won't keep you guys much longer, but I wanted to pop in and definitely do a show. I'll throw in a last couple of series. If you haven't watched that, does the LGBT community proud. Oz is an oldie but a goodie, and it's not so much a gay series, but of course, you know, it's a prison related, so you're gonna have some ass fucking in there for sure, you know.
And a BZ.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on Oz, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And then here's another one. I don't know if you ever seen the show Pose. Oh man, Pose is a series. It tells the story about the ballroom community. It takes you inside of the ballroom. If you know anything about the gay community and the balls that they throw, and it was way more fascinating than I ever thought it was. The amount of time, energy, and how serious this is to them, and the way it's set up is they're organized in families. It is a brilliant, brilliant series called Pose, POSE, and it's won awards as well, Emmys as well.
Yeah, that's a good show.
It is a top-notch show. Put that in your. I kid you not, you won't be disappointed. But they have these families because in their culture, they have a lot of throwaways, runaways, throwaways. You know, when a lot of these young kids get thrown out because they come out as gay, then they get adopted by their new mother, and they name a house, and they are intensely loyal to each other, and you get to see the inner workings of their house, so to speak. You might say, like, I'm from the house of Darion. So when you hear a lot of gay vernacular, a lot of times, this is what they're talking about. And you get to see how serious it is, the amount of effort and energy that goes into going into a ball and what it means to them to win a ball and to get named the best in walk and the best in face, because these are people who nobody's ever told them they're going to amount to anything. Their self-value and self-worth is so low, and you get to see the interconnectedness of them, and they deal with real life, of course, HIV and diseases and being accepted and all that kind of stuff. It's brilliant, right, sis?
Yeah, I go to the balls myself. One of my best friends is on the top of the House of LaBeija.
So when you hear that, and I didn't never know what that meant until you really watch this series and see how they pick the name and what goes into it, and how they're like gangs, you know, in a lot of ways, you know, but they're so serious about this shit, you know, and selecting a new member and stuff like that. So anyway, I wanted to do this show today because June is Gay Pride Month, and Lord knows a lot of potentially hurtful things that come out of my mouth to my gay community. So any of my gay brothers and sisters who watch me, and I actually have viewers. I got good friends who identify as gay who watch me. They love me. They know that I'm a shit talker. They know I'm an opinionated SOB. And because I talk about them, it's love and respect. It's love and respect. When I ain't talking about you, that means I don't know you. You know who you never hear me talking about? The president of these United States, because I can't stand that son of a bitch. I said it. I said it. So when I'm talking about you, that's because I actually give a damn about what goes on in your community. Look, the gay struggle, you guys have just as much right to be here like anybody else, and however you want to identify yourself. I said it at the top of the show. I personally don't believe there's a such thing as gay and straight. I think behind closed doors, people like what they like when they like it. And so that's all right with me. If you're not hurting any kids, old people, and animals, you can shove whatever up your ass you want to. I'm with you.
Oh boy, God, dog.
God bless you. You know, you know, I'm just saying. So anyway, I love you guys. On the real tip, I called it Taste the Rainbow. The gay culture, the LGBT community, they have a lot to offer, and they deserve to be recognized. I'm proud to know many of you, to stand with you on many of your causes. I stand with you. We're not God. You have every right to be as happy and as miserable as the rest of us.
Right.
You know, so you can have it all.
Let me say this, Black, before we get out of here. Just for you, this is also Black Music Month. You know, Jen, we start Black Music Month, and I think a good topic on Saturday, because this question was raised about a year and a half ago by P. Diddy. He said that he believes R&B is dead. And
I do
disagree.
too.
I disagree. I disagree with that.
And so we got to do a show.
I think that would be a good. It's
No, we're doing that show, brother.
Okay.
We're doing that show then.
Okay.
We're doing that show. Thank you. And thank you for presenting that. Yes, and so this is also the month of Juneteenth. So it's a lot going on this month, for us and everything. All I know is it's getting hotter, and I'm gonna have to take a shit lot more baths because there's a lot of nasty motherfuckers out there, and that's probably why I got this new cough going on. Because right now there's a new trend out there. Men are putting tampons in their drawers to catch the gooch grease. Y'all think I'm making this shit up, but I am not.
What?
There is a new trend where men are wearing Kotex in the seat of their underwear to catch the gooch grease. So when you hear that term, you heard it here first. They're calling ball sweat, musty ball sweat, and funk that's between the crack of your ass and your balls. They're calling it gooch grease now, and men are wearing tampons. Now, instead of just taking your funky ass in there and slopping
taking a doggone bath with a towel between your ass with soap and water,
they would rather wear tampon. Women are happy about this because they're saying that maybe if more men buy tampons, the price will go down because it'll become important. Blah blah blah. And what I say is, there's a lot of nasty sons of bitches out there. The temperature is rising. Take baths, frequent showers and baths. I'm even showers, not so much baths. Baths, I soak in a hot bath in Epsom salt when I want to soak my body, not to get clean.
Right.
The bath actually, you sitting in your own.
You sitting in dirty water.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you only do that, like you say, if you're trying to soak your muscles and all that.
That's what a bath is for.
Your ass need to take a damn shower.
Take a shower, and you should have 2 bath rags at least.
2.
One for your face.
One for your face and one
body.
for your nuts and your ass.
Ain't no way you should be wiping your face with the same rag you just
wiping your
scrubbed in the crack of your ass.
Crack with. If you doing that, Negro, you need to have your butt kicked.
Thank you.
Any man bathing out there like that.
But Brother Kenny, you wonder why so many walking around here with picks and pocks on their lips and face and shit, because you got a lot of shitty motherfuckers. Matter of fact, a lot of you bitches who got blisters on your face, you probably wiped your face with the rag I wiped my dick off on.
What the hell is going on?
So when I go in the bathroom and I pee, I have to wipe my dick off. So if you come behind me and you wash your face with that rag, you nasty son of a bitch, that's why you got your face's skin is breaking out. Be clean, folks. I'm just helping. You see how quickly we can go down these rabbit holes? I started out by saying, it's hot. A lot's happening in June. Be glad you're alive. And folks, if you can, tune into this movie tonight. My LGBTQ community, I love you. I respect you. This is your month. Shine and do your thing. And if you got a little bit of time for my gay brother out there, send a couple of them bitches my way. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing with them. Shit, send them my way. I'm trying to say something, you know. Bert, that's when people watch my show, that's the meme right there. They go.
Yep, you already know.
Miss Shante she just put the meme. She just pulled her head and shook her head.
Right.
But it's all love, folks.
It's all love.
It's all love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the rest of your weekend, my brothers and my sister. I love y'all.
Love you more, brother. Love you back already.
Y'all have a great evening. And if you need anything from me, don't let just the show be to me. Reach out to me. I'm always available, day, night, anytime. I'm here for you. God bless everybody. Be good. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, keep it real. Keep it raw. Be good.